Let us begin. We'll look at this question. Ayana has $21,250 in her savings account. So that would be a present value of $21,250. Okay, and wants to accumulate $90,000. So $90,000 will be the future value. 90000. All right, and Ayana wants to do this for a condominium down payment. Suppose she plans to make deposit. Now, a deposit of $450 would go as a payment of $450, and that will happen at the beginning of every month. So we should go here and select the begin, and it's every month, so PY will be 12. Okay, the account earns 5.1% compounded semi-annually. So we will put 5.1 as the IY value, and since it's compounded semi-annually, CY will be 2. How long will it take to accumulate the $90,000? So for that, we will need to compute the value for N first before we can get to the years and months as indicated below. Now there is more instruction here. It says enter the value, enter the future value as a positive value in the future value box below. All right, so it has to be positive, so it is positive right there. Now if that is positive, it also states here, enter present value in payment as positive or negative values based on the future value being positive. Now, if the future value is positive, then the present value has to be negative. And likewise, the payment will follow suit by being negative. So that is the sign configuration that we have to adapt. Future value is positive, present value is negative, and so is the payment. Now we can use the calculator to compute N. So we have to go to first into the begin mode. Calculator is not in the begin mode. How do we know that? Well, we will see what happens. So second PMT, it's in the end mode. We go second, enter, and there begin shows up in the corner there. Now we can just hit clear and we are out of the begin and end section or part of the calculator. So there we have begin. So we are ready. Now we will insert the values for PY and CY. So PY is 12, or we can enter it, 12, enter. And the CY is 2. So we will click on 2 and click on enter, and then we can check to make sure CY is 12, CY is 2, and we click on clear, and we're out of the CY part of the calculator. Okay, we can click clear if we wish to clear the 2. Now we are computing N, so we'll skip over that, and we go to the IY value, which is 5.1. And we click on IY is equal to 5.1. Present value is negative 21,250. So we click on the values 21250, and to make it negative, we click on plus minus, and to enter the value or input it, we click on present value, and there it is. Now we must insert the value for the payment, which is for negative $450. So 450, we click on plus minus, it's negative, and we click on PMT, and there it is. PMT is equal to negative $450. Now the next entry is of course the future value of $90,000. So 90000, that's 90,000, and we click on future value, and that has to be entered as positive. So we now compute the value for n, and n is 101.98. Now it does say here to report n as a whole number. So therefore we must round it up to 102. Remember, it has to be rounded up. So we don't put 101.98. It has to be a whole number, and it has to be rounded up. So the number to be inserted is 102. Now we have to go and calculate years and months. So how do we get that? Well, remember the value for n is the number of years times py. So we will go and put 102 divide by the py value of 12. So we divide by 12 and we have a number. So that is 8.50 years. So now we take the integer or whole number part of the mixed number of 8.50 and we insert 8. That is the whole number of years. So we need to subtract 8, and that remainder of 0.50 will now be converted into months by multiplying by 12. And we multiply by 12 and we get 6 months. So that hopefully is correct. We submit and all is correct. So please remember, you must start with begin, fill in the numbers as described in the question, follow the instructions for future value, present value, and payment, and also the rounding up for the value of n, and then calculate the years and the months.